Assalamu alaikum, dear clients of the Form Digital Pharma Company. In this video, we want to demonstrate how to properly wholesale in the F-Pharmacy program. You need to go to the wholesale section and select a customer from the directory to ship the product. If the client is not in your database, you need to create a new client card by clicking on the New Organization button. Enter the client's details in the new opened window. Also check the buyer box and then click the Save button. After selecting a client, click the New Shipment 100% button. In the agents line, select the courier who will take the goods to your customer. If the courier is not listed in your database, it can be entered in the reference section by opening the Agents tab. In the notice line, you can enter comments on certain invoice. Next, enter the invoice date for the client in the date cell, the invoice number in the number cell, the postponement payment in days in the postponement cell, and the prepayment percentage in the prepayment cell. The deferred payment date in the grace date cell automatically changes after the value in the postponed cell is entered. Also in reverse, if you put a value in the grace date cell, the value in the postponement cell automatically changes. The next cell automatically calculates the prepayment amount for the goods in the invoice. When entering the prepayment percentage, you need to click on the Calculator button and then the prepayment amount is calculated. In the email cell, the client's email is showed. Next, to enter the item into the invoice, click the Selection button and select the required item. If you have a barcode scanner connected and configured, you can scan the barcode of a product and start entering data for the product. You should also check the By the Piece cell in case you need to book items by the piece when scanning. If you can't find an item by scanning it or typing it in manually, it means that you don't have that item in your directory. In this case, you need to open a new product card. When you press Enter on the selected item, a new window will appear in which you need to enter the following data. In the left cell, you need to enter the quantity of products to be shipped. If there is a piece quantity, you should press the plus button on the keyboard and enter the piece quantity of the product. After entry of each value and to move to the next cell, press the Tab key on the keyboard. In the lower right cell, you can change the selling price of the item. In the upper right cell, you can change the markup of the item. After entering all the data, press the Enter button or the blue check mark. In case you want to take the entire quantity of the selected items in the stock, you can click the Take All button or press F2 on your keyboard. The product selection window at the top also has some right-click functions. Select or Enter function to select an item. Take One or F6 function for taking one package of goods. Take All function to take the entire balance of the selected goods. Take All Stock function to take all items in the stock. Refresh function or F5 to update the data. Where From and Where function is view the history of goods movement. Information function to view product information. Function Filter or F3 to search for a product by its name. Document Number function to display items from a specific receipt. When using this function, enter the number of the relevant receipt and then press the Enter button. FOC or Ctrl plus Enter function to add an item to the invoice as a product discount. Not in leftovers or Alt plus Enter function to display items that are not currently in balance. When you use it, a new window opens in which you need to select the required item for shipment by right-clicking and selecting the Select or Enter function on the keyboard. This window also implements a refresh or F5 function to refresh the data. In wholesaling, it is possible to sell a product at a minus if you don't have it in your stocks. In this case, an invoice is created for the temporary receipt of goods. Also, two functions are implemented in the receipts node for such operations. The take from temporary incoming list function for adding goods to the current receipt from a previously created temporary receipt document. When using it, a new window opens in which you need to select the good you need and click on the Take Off button. The Send to Temporary Incoming List function for returning goods from the current receipt to the temporary receipt document. When using it, a new window opens to confirm the action in which you need to click on the Yes button. This function appears if there is a temporary receipt document which can be created in case of wholesale of goods in minus. There are also several functions at the bottom of the product selection window. Edit or Enter function to edit an item. Delete function to delete an item from the invoice. Refresh function or F5 to update the data. Substitution function to enter a substitute for the selected item. When you use it, a new window appears in which you need to select a substitute product and press the Enter button. This substitute is displayed when the first document form is printed. Remove substitution function to remove the entered substitute of the selected item. When all items have been entered into the invoice, click the Exit button or X. It is also necessary to check the data of the invoice in the program with the actual quantity of shipped goods. Next, click the Save button to save the data and ready to activate the invoice. The wholesale invoice also has several buttons for working with product flow. Print button for printing of flow documents. When you press it, 6 types of documents are printed. Document is a print form of the invoice which changes depending on the selection of the type of documents. Waybill is a printable invoice form that displays the receipt price, sale price, and sales amount of goods including product discount. Delivery or wholesaling is a print form of the invoice which displays the quantity of goods to be shipped. Price tag is a printable form of price tags and barcodes for goods. FOC is a printable invoice form that displays quantity, selling price, percentage VAT, VAT amount, and product sales amount for product discount. Invoice 2 is a printable form of the invoice which displays the quantity, selling price, and the amount of goods sold including goods discount. Blocking button to block the flow document so that it cannot be sent or edited. To unlock the document, press the same button again. Refresh button to update the data of the flow document. Discount button for setting a discount on the shipped item. When you click it, a window appears where you need to choose the type of discount. % is a percentage discount calculated on the total amount in the invoice. AED is a total discount calculated on the total amount in the invoice. Bonus is a good discount where all items in the invoice are sold free of charge. Cancel the discount for canceling all discounts. Exit button to exit the current window. There are also several right-click functions here. Delete function to delete one item from the invoice. Refresh function or F5 to update the data. Delete all function to delete all items from the invoice. Discount AED function for setting the total discount of the shipped goods. Discount percentage function for setting the percentage discount on the shipped goods. Now you know how to do wholesaling in the right way. That's all by me. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay always updated. See you soon.